Hi, I'm Emma.
Hi, I'm Shikha, and as you know, obviously we're doing HAS and Design and Technologies, and we were supposed to design a teaching resource. So yes, I think we've done that. So first of all, for the teaching resource, we looked up the Australian curriculum that has helped us heaps and bounds in understanding what subject to pick and how to go about the unit and everything. So we looked at the content descriptions. The first one was knowledge and understanding. So from that, we were able to pick the subject. So the subject that we picked was geography because there was like straight away, our choice. And in knowledge and understanding, we looked at the unit of weather in geography, and that again caught our fancy, and we thought we should be exploring it a little more. So yes, if we've not mentioned it earlier, this was particularly for year one that we focused, and this the content description. What I'm talking about, weather, was in year one level, and so in weather we understood that children are in year level one understand the different aspects that affect weather. They understand that weather is unpredictable; it's not the same every day, and how they can record data using instruments that measure the different aspects of weather. So when we introduce the different aspects, we talk about the different instruments that are used to measure these aspects or these factors that affect weather. And children are very comfortable recording the data and analyzing and all. So this was the first content description that we looked at.
And the second content description was inquiry and skills. So under this, we focus on strands, skills of researching, analysing and reflecting. So the children will research about the factors of weather. They will analyse through creating their own, recording their own data using measurement resources made in class. And they will then reflect on the data and discussions about the changes in weather and the Indigenous cultural perspectives of weather.
Okay, so yes, so we've designed like a main resource that we have, which is this. So yes, this is like our main resource, which is an interactive game, and an extension to this, we've got something like this. So this is an extension to the main resource that we have. So yes, Emma, would you tell them what this is?
Yes, so this is used to assess a child's knowledge and understanding about the different factors that assess weather. So it's for year level 1 children. And we've taken 3 recycled materials for this. So we have a shoebox, which is the main structure of it.
Yes.
We have bread ties, which are also recycled, and this food wrapping here from chips, which we put as the clouds. So we've got the static ones.
We've got like a couple of joining techniques here, static and movable ones. So
the static ones are obviously glue stick, glue gun.
That we've used,
tape.
In getting the whole box together.
Yes. We've got tape,
so we've got, if you could just, So then we've got
Look
staple pins, and we've got, the tape that we use to, glue it all together and keep it all together.
And then the movable ones, we've got blue tack here for these.
If you see that, you could just remove that.
Take them off.
And why we've kept that, we'll get to that.
And the string here, so it's connected through the back with hairpins.
Yes, so you can see the hairpins. So that's another joining technique that we've used.
Yes.
For the string, and
and also the string moves around the board, so
that, and it moves and it then gets attached. Okay, so that's again another joining technique that we've used. So we've got like a couple of joining techniques, static and movable ones, to make this whole resource. So this is actually an interactive game that we've designed. We've tried our hands at doing that. Yes, and I guess we've done a good job. That's for you to decide any which ways. But yes, so in this interactive game, we would play this game, with one child at a time, or we could have like a paired.
Groups.
We could have pairs, we could have groups. That depends solely on the teacher and how she wants to take it forward. So this is mainly for assessment that we've designed. This is after when we finished discussing the unit of weather with the children, and how there are different factors of weather, and how different factors affect weather. They know about instruments. So if you see a little closely, the names that are on this resource are like thermometer and wind vane and rain gauge, and also these are the instruments that are used to measure the factors, and these are pictures of these instruments. Okay, so when I, for example, how do I play this game? I would call a child. If I'm doing it individually, I would call a child. After I know that the whole child has understood all these concepts and has understood all these factors, I would call one child. I mean, I do it with everyone, but I call the first child, and then I would tell the child to pick a a factor from here. So for example, if the child picks wind direction, so I would tell him, see, if you can see blue tack behind, yes. So if the child picks wind direction, I would then tell the child or ask the child to put it on the instrument that is used to measure wind direction, and the child who would know this by now would do it on the wind vane, because that's what is used to, yes, to measure the wind direction, or to understand in which direction the wind is blowing. So after the child has succeeded in doing that, I would then tell the child to use, or to take the string from the picture that matches this. Okay, and there's a reason why we've taken these pictures. What's the reason, Emma, that we've taken these pictures?
They are homemade images of
Very good,
each technique for measuring weather. So, and we did this because we want the children to recognise homemade
Yes.
ones, because that's what we're going to be exploring in class as
Yes,
well.
later
Yeah.
after this, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we did that. So there was a reason why we've done that. So once the child has done this, has stuck the wind direction on wind vane, for example, then the next step would be asking him to match the image. So he would take this, because that's how a wind vane looks like, and using the string and the bread tie as a joining technique, he would join this. So if you would see, yeah, this goes very beautifully into that. Okay, and if he's able to put it properly, he could use this to join that as well. So he would repeat this for all the different factors, in fact all the 4 factors. And once he succeeded in doing all of that, I would then tell him to put everything back, and I would repeat this game with the next child. So this is how I understand that the child knows different factors, the child knows different instruments, and the children also know how the instrument looks like. Yes, so this is the game that we would play as teachers with all the children of our class, and this is fun, it's interactive, and we've used all the materials as recycled ones, and different joining techniques for this one. Yes, so there's an extension to this which Emma would take you through.
So as an extension, we've taken one of the ways of measuring weather. So children would be put into groups and explore one of the measurements. So this is the rain gauge,
Yes.
that we've made. So here we've got a recycled food box, some recycled plastic from an online shopping item,
Yes.
bottom of a milk carton. So that's our recycled materials. And we've also got some joining techniques on this as well. So we've got thumbtacks,
Yeah.
and there's some blue tack
If
on
you
the back
see,
of those.
yes, if you can see that, yeah.
To help the
Yeah, to
things
help
stay
the
in.
movable, joint technique become the static one.
Yes, yeah, so that's not going to move.
Yeah.
And then a paper clip inside the box,
Yeah.
and it's connected to the ruler to measure the water levels. So
Yeah.
that's in there like that.
So how do we use this, Emma?
So we have an example. We've got some water.
Yeah.
So as it rains,
That's our rain.
yes, that's our rain. So as it rains, obviously
pouring.
the tub will catch,
Yeah, it's
the
poured a
water.
lot. Yeah.
and then we'll measure in millimeters.
Yes.
So we make sure that the ruler is straight against the side of the container,
Yeah.
and then that there is almost 20 millimeters of rain.
Yes. So that the children would do themselves, because they've designed this.
Yeah, so they would take this home. We'd make sure that there was a rainy week coming up,
Yeah.
and they would come back with their data, so they'd make notes and
And then,
observations, and
yeah.
then bring them to class.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, I mean, another reason why we've done this extension to the main resource is that's how we want a unit to, we want to take it further. That once they know about these instruments, then we make it a little more fun and interactive. And the children, because they are divided into groups, each group will be, making their own instrument, and we wanted this to become a think, pair, and share activity.
Mhm.
So they thought about these resources. They thought about these instruments after playing the game. We paired them, in the sense we put them into groups, and they made the resource. And once each group has made their own instrument, that's obviously going to be a different one. They would go in different groups and share
Mhm.
the techniques they used while making this, why they've made this, and how they're going to use it. So that's how each group would be, telling the other about
Yes.
the instrument. So yes, so this is what we've come up with.
Yes.
So we've used, I guess, everything almost on this is recycled. Yes, Emma?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Exactly,
right from the
yes.
shoe box to the milk carton to
Mhm.
to the
Box.
food
Yep.
box and the packaging and all. If you see, this is
Mhm.
again food packaging. So we've, I think, kind of succeeded in that, and
Yes.
we've used a lot of joining techniques.
Mhm.
We've used moving ones, we've used static ones, used glue, we've used glue gun, we've used staples, we've used the blue tack, we've used bread ties, we've used these pins out here.
Mhm.
Yes, we've used the paper clips. So I guess we've
Mm.
kind of done a decent job in this.
Yes.
So
And we wanted especially the main
yeah,
teaching resource to be very tactile. So after we talk to the children about these elements, actually touching it, looking at it, moving things around will be a really helpful way for them to learn
yes,
about these things even more. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So yes,
Mm.
so this
So
is our
that's
resource.
our
So
resource.
yeah, so hope you like it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.